come inside and
meet the missus and have some tea.
Hey!
Sorry, we're contractually obliged to get some Labyrinth quotes in there.
Yeah,
before
so
starting this film.
welcome to Diary of the Lincoln Geeks, very first full video review. I'm Chris Allsop.
I'm Dan. Hi, I'm a Lincoln Geek.
Yeah.
So apparently I qualify for this website.
Yes, he is another one of fellow many Lincoln Geeks.
There are dozens of us.
There are dozens of us. This is our very first review of Labyrinth the Boardgame, produced by Riverhorse. It's a good game, I think.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Or turn back while you still can.
So, to Dan for the gameplay.
Hi. Well, I'm going to show you how brave players can survive the labyrinth. Okay.
Survive?
Survive. Well,
don't we get lost?
You do, but and also survive.
Okay.
Yes. You have 2 goals in this game. Yeah. Well, no, actually, that's a lie. You only have 1 goal, but I'll cover that in a minute. So, the players, no matter how many players there are, control the main characters from the show, which are these awesomely detailed little miniatures. So we've got a little Hoggle there. We've got Ludo. Look how cute he is. Good old Ludo. So everyone picks a character, and you move around the labyrinth. There's always these 4 people, so you could have 1 character each if there's 4 players, or I can imagine it played quite well with just 2 players as well, just having 2 heroes each. Or you could play it completely solo, and just move all 4 people yourself. It's that kind of game. So essentially, you just roll the dice. So let's assume I'm playing as Hoggle here. I just roll the dice. He moves quite slowly. Everyone's got their own kind of speed dice to show how fast they can move. So you can see that everyone's got slightly different stats, like Hoggle's got speed, brawn and wit, and some people are better at others and different things. So Hoggle, he's pretty slow, so I only rolled a 4 there, so I can move 4 spaces. If I land in an empty space, which is great, that's what you want to do, and it's easy at the beginning because they're all empty spaces, you then pick up a card. So in this case, I've found the Goblin Knights, if you remember that classic scene from the film. And so the Goblin Knight, it tells me what I need to do to defeat this monster. And I'll cover that in a moment. Essentially, what you have to do is defeat these cards if possible, and if you do, they're off the game, and that's great, and then you can move around again, blah blah blah. If you fail, you usually take a little bit of damage, and it stays on the board and just holds up a space. Essentially, all you have to do is work your way through this deck, just kind of resolving rooms, trying to find the entrance to the Goblin Castle, where David Barry, aka Jared, awaits in all his disturbingly tight trousiness. And you have to get there before you run out of time, and time is not on your side. As you can see in this clock, which is an awesome replica from the film, I really love this clock, you have 13 turns to get there. So everyone has a go, then the clock moves on. And Jared can mess with the clock as well, so the time can speed up a bit occasionally. Yep,
which is true. It does happen in the film.
So if you run out of time, Jared wins, and your little baby brother turns into a goblin.
Baby brother?
Yeah, this babe here.
The what babe?
The babe with power.
What power?
The power of hoodoo.
Voodoo?
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of the babe. Quote, ding, ding. So yeah, you run around. Got to save your baby brother. Before he turns into a goblin. A lot of people with baby brothers might not notice the difference, but it's a big deal to Sarah here, so you're doing this for her. Yeah, okay. So you run around. In a nutshell, the gameplay is very simple. You run around, you have your stats, so it's very luck based.
It is, yeah.
If you're playing as Hoggle, you're really slow, like I said, so if you're fighting against a monster that needs you to roll your speed dice, and they roll the better dice than you, be prepared to take a lot of damage.
Yeah, you're going to lose a lot of your focus tokens.
Yeah, I think they're like life or willpower.
Willpower tokens, yeah.
If you run out of willpower, you end up in the oubliette. Oubliette? Turn back! Turn back while you still can! Quote, ding. Nobody dies in this game. Essentially, you just get a bit tired, so you hang out in the oubliette, and you have to miss a couple of goes, recharging your health, having a sleep. You just have to recharge your health there, and then you come back. So essentially, it just costs you time. You've got a guy sitting out, not searching for the entrance. The key to winning this game is essentially get your guys to group up. So you've got to try your best just to make them land on the same space.
Hang on a second. Is this your top tip?
Yeah, it's Dan's top tip of the video. I was going to say of the week, but this is my first ever video, so...
Ding, 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 ding!
Top tip of the video. You have to try and get you guys in the same room as each other, because if you do, they can then team up, and they roll both of their dice together. So say if it was a brawn dice, you have to roll Haggle Hoggle isn't amazing at brawn. He's a bit better than he is at speed, but he's not amazing at brawn. He just rolls the yellow dice. While if you were teamed up with Ludo, you roll the black dice, which is a D12, so he rolls quite, good. Sorry, another quote. So you roll both your dice together against whatever you're fighting. So the key to the game is get the band back together, and then you can move everyone around. You roll 4 dice against everything. That's the basic way of winning. It's harder than it sounds though, because if you roll anything like we did, you jump over each other all the time, and pretty much half the game is just trying to land on each other.
Yeah.
So you run around trying to find the entrance. You then defeat a set of fixed challenges, like there's some Goblin Knights there, for example, and then you have a quote off. You have to quote the end scene of the film.
Yes,
with David Barry.
Where is it?
It's in one of these cards somewhere. It's a unique way to finish a board game. I don't know how I feel about it though, because it puts a lot of pressure on the Sarah player.
It does.
To be honest.
It does, and I think the quote's in the box actually.
Yeah, you know that quote that you have no power over me. So there is a little bit more depth, not much more depth. Your characters have special powers. They can use once off. Okay, I mean these are the fancy monsters you fight at the end, but there are special powers you can do, which kind of give you like a one-off. Like Ludo can summon all his rocks because rocks are his friends. And they basically roll like a load of dice against the enemy. So there's a little bit of strategy.
Rock friends, yeah. Ludo's scared, so you can play with a positive and a negative.
Yeah, if you want increased difficulty, you can play with like a kind of a negative thing that makes it a little bit harder for your character until they win a fight or something, and then they feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
So that's essentially what you do. And back over to Chris.
Yeah. So I think a lot of the elements of this game work incredibly well. The design is really what makes this. The gameplay is a little bit of a down from my perspective, and I think we've both kind of agreed on this. There's not that much replayability, but if you're a die-hard fan and you love the Labyrinth, you're going to love the models, you're going to love the detail of the board. The beauty of it is and the intricate in the design is just impeccable. They really have paid close attention to the film, down to the point of the level of Celtic design in elements from what it would be Brian Froud's initial concept designs.
It's just an awesome kind of nostalgia trip.
It is. It's a nostalgia trip. And
everything from all the cards, you're like, oh, I remember that scene.
Yeah.
You've got like just David Barry occasionally just showing up and kind of kidnapping Sarah, or you've got the fireys that
with the removable heads.
If you remember them. So yeah, the cards were fun.
It is, yeah. And I think overall, it's just not got the replayability, is it?
Well, in terms of review, I mean, I really wanted to love this game.
Yeah, I did too. We were really excited about getting this.
I love the film. I watched it lots of times when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
I really wanted to love this game, and I can see it was made with love of the film as well in mind.
Yes.
But it's just a very simple game. There's no decisions really.
No.
I mean, occasionally you get a choice of which, like, you roll the dice, and you can either move one space the other direction. If one space has got a room in it, you're always going to go for the empty one.
Because you want to get through the deck.
Yeah, it's not really a choice if only one of them makes any sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get to choose whether you want to roll the speed or wits test, but you're obviously just going to pick your best one.
Yeah.
So there's not really any strategy, and I think we went through it all, and it was quite a close game at the end of the day.
It was, yeah. But we still beat Jared.
Yeah, we beat the game, and we felt like we didn't have anything else to see. I've got pretty much no urge to replay this game.
No,
because it's very simple: roll, move, roll again.
If you don't mind rolling dice and working together cooperatively, because what this game is, then you'll probably like it. But from a replayability and a bit of strategy,
I think it feels like it's designed for smaller kids.
Yeah,
I think
it does.
It would be a good family game.
Yeah.
But it confuses me because it's Labyrinth, which is a film in the 80s.
Yeah.
So the target audience is basically 30-year-old geeks like me.
Yeah. And me.
I mean, if it was... no, I can't imagine many kids have seen this film.
No.
I mean, so unless some parents force their kids to play this game, I don't think most kids would get the reference. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. We played through it and we had a bit of fun laughing at the scenes, just making jokes about the bog of eternal stench.
So bad.
Made loads of kind of quotes like that, and it was fun, but we'd seen it all. We played it once, and we've seen it all. And it feels like it's a lot of money to spend on something you play just once. Yeah. I mean, do you ever get the urge to play this game again?
No, and it's been in my cupboard since the models were painted and we did the initial play run through. Yeah, I'm very close to agree with you with that. I'm very much of a die-hard Labyrinth fan. Brian Froud, Dark Crystal, all those kind of things. From a die-hard fan point of view, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 6. But that's me being generous. So it's a real shame because the guys have put something beautiful together. It's a shame the gameplay doesn't sit up to standard.
Maybe if you just like collecting miniatures and stuff.
Yeah.
Or if you want to put on some kind of silk pillow next to your shrine.
Or in a nice display cabinet.
Yeah.
And ironically, the models fit in the display and they show in the window.
Just all the components are so lovely. Like the artwork's really nice. You've got Ludo if he falls in the Bog of Eternal Stench. Yeah. You've just got the clock, really awesome. Just the pictures, the words on the cards. Yeah, it's just all really nice.
Just gameplay is just poor. There's no replayability.
It just feels a shame. It's just too simple a game.
Yeah.
And sometimes you want a simple game. But I think for me and my friends, I don't think we'll play. Summary, I guess if I give this a 2 and you give this a 3, I guess overall scores combined.
It's 5 out of 12.
5 out of 12.
Yeah.
Ludo sad.
Ludo sad. Okay, so sorry, Riverhorse. I think we've covered enough. We love the design. We love all the elements. It's just a shame on the gameplay.
I think there is an expansion in the works. We might maybe see if that adds anything to the gameplay. Yeah. I think
I've heard that they're bringing out the goblins and knights as an additional mechanic. So I'm wondering if that element of interaction.
But at the minute, it's just going to be a nice looking kind of thing on our shelf. I think. Well, your shelf.
Well, we may even auction this off or eBay this off with the beautifully painted models that were provided by and painted by GREMLIN miniatures models. So you'll watch this space, guys.
Cool. Oh well, we hope you've enjoyed this review. It's our first ever one.
Yeah. So please feedback and put comments below.
Yeah. So we're doing this just for fun. So we promise we won't be offended by any constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Yep.
Time we're on.
Yeah. Without knocking any
outtakes. Alright, try again.